my jaw and it just hit the floor. I keep it cool and I got the conversation alive. You got the kinds of loving that's got me coming back just like yo. Got the kinds of loving that's got me coming back just like yo. Got the good thing that's got me coming back just like yo.
Welcome back, everyone. We are now here for the last match for Stream A of Day 1, and it's going to be the match in Group D between PENTA Sports and NTS Gaming.
Yeah, this is going to be a good match, even though it is the last one. It makes me very sad.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is going to be really a good test for these two teams. Obviously, they're the only two teams in this group because we only had 14 teams in attendance, so this group really only decides seeding as both teams will advance.
Yes, so the groups were, of course, determined by a kind of random draw, and PENTA Sports and NTS Gaming, therefore, do get to qualify for the quarterfinals right away. But first seed will matter because then they will match up against second seeds. Also, before we go to the group drawing, I just want to put this out in case some people aren't able to stay up for that. In the group drawing, you could actually match up against someone from your own group. So,
yeah.
like, we could actually see PENTA Sports versus NTS Gaming right there again in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible, as everything is randomized, like you mentioned before, which is something else to note about this group because I know a lot of people might be freaking out saying, well, that's not fair. They're in the group. They get out no matter what. How did they decide that? Well, it's just totally random.
Yep.
It just worked out that way. So that's just how it is. So these two teams very lucky that they will be going on to the next round no matter what, but they'll have either an easier opponent or a weaker opponent after we decide this.
Exactly. So, again, it's still single map, but now it's not really like any elimination. It's just seeding, as we've been mentioning. And PENTA Sports coming in from Europe, and Europe oftentimes known as a powerhouse for FPS titles all around the world.
Absolutely. You know, there's a lot of great FPS events all over Europe. You see it all the time. You know, just recently at DreamHack, we had an FPS event there as well. So, really big scene out there, really strong esports scene in general, but in FPS, they're quite strong. So I would put them as the favorites here. However, I don't think that it's going to be as favored as the AG matches we've been seeing today, where we have been seeing some one-sided scores.
Yeah, AG is still showing that they are the dominant force here at CFS. And on the flip side, I mean, teams like Modern would obviously be crowd favorites, but they got beaten by Instinct, the North American team, earlier on Stream B. So other teams maybe not as strong as some might expect coming into the group stages, but AG is like, hey, like we won Season 2, we're still here, we only have one new player, all is well on the Chinese front.
Right, right. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing this performance of these two teams. I guess it really, like, it's just all about the seeding. So
yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of pressure here for these two teams as much as some of the other groups. So I kind of like that because we might see something really unique out of these two. They might actually just kind of pull out all the stops, take some risks that you might not normally see in a normal group stage, and just kind of play a style that they wouldn't play normally, because also they don't really want to show their playstyles too much because the other teams are studying them, and if they run into them, then their playstyle, of course, will be watchable. You know, they can replay that.
Very true. So let's go ahead and meet the players. They are all set up in the booth, so we'll introduce them to you. PENTA Sports versus NTS Gaming. First up, it is PENTA Sports from Europe.
And here's FaZe.
Yep, and he is in charge of kind of the shot calling for PENTA Sports, and you know, they're kind of a new face here for CFS. They just qualified through the European national finals, but then some of their players did also participate in WCG, as we're seeing right now.
Yeah, in Loons, as you could see here, he played in 2013's WCG. Now Thunder here, another great player, but one of our newer players. coming into the scene right now for Crossfire compared to some of the veterans of his team.
Yep, and then we do have people like Ragin, and then Flex will be joining up and rounding out the entire roster, and that is Penta Sports. Now, again, they are, even in CFS Season 2, their European team did have a lot of pressure on them because they had to kind of uphold the fact that, well, Europe's always been good at FPS titles. It doesn't matter if the game is a little bit different. But then they didn't actually perform that well, so we'll see how they are today. I mean, they look fairly comfortable, but a little bit tense in the booth, although technically they have like the least pressure match of the day, right?
Right. That's a really good point. I feel like, in a sense, I mean, if I were in their situation, how I feel is we really have to show a really good showing today because a lot of other teams are disappointed they didn't get this lucky. So I at least got to put on a good show and try to get that first place seed, try to crush the other team and make it look like, yeah, if I were in a normal group, I'd still get out.
That is,
pride-wise.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, you got to put up a good fight. And if anything, if both teams do that, maybe for the spectators, we'll all have a great match to follow. And of course, right there is going to be FaZe, kind of the shot caller for most part.
Yeah, a lot of heated discussion actually going on in that booth right now, it looks like. So these guys are, getting pumped up, talking about some strats. And FaZe giving a funny look to the camera there. And here's Flex, man.
Yeah, they will be playing on port. So once again, we've seen probably the most variety in how that map gets played, or at least from round to round, not necessarily because the map isn't that huge. Yeah, but we'll see how that plays out.
We've also seen the most games today on this stream on port, so it's the map that we've been able to see the most today and kind of watch evolve.
All right, well, then we will be meeting, of course, their opponents here in a second, and it will be none other than NTS Gaming from South America. It actually turns out that the entire team of NTS Gaming is from Colombia.
Yep. As you might expect, a team that's representing South America probably lives close by to each other, trains together, has to speak the same language because there's a lot of different languages, of course, in South America. So you bring this team together, they're able to win that national final, take in first place, and here's a shot of David, one of our older players.
Yeah, 27 years old. He's actually the oldest we have in the rosters for CFS 2014.
Look at the difference here from 27 to 16. This is a ragtag team of players of all ages coming together here, and that is just awesome to see.
I mean, David could be the uncle for Majesty. I mean, 11 years apart right there.
Right. Even Bionic as well, very young at age 16.
Wow.
So, I feel like in this team, just given that David is much older than the other players, he's kind of got to serve as that mentor, as a bit of a leader, as a mature force.
Actually, yeah, I'm interested to see how they do, because maybe this is something to keep note of for these FPS teams. Have someone who can really be that cool-headed shot caller and someone who's had booth experience, someone who has a lot of just other life experience.
Yeah.
And then you have these guys with just great mechanics and reflexes.
Yeah, I feel like Neo is the experienced pro gamer who's got that shot calling. But at the same time, David's got that extra experience, that extra life experience in general. And I feel like he's the type of player who can almost be like a coach to the team as well and say, hey guys, calm down, everything's fine. We're going to be fine. Just keep doing what we practiced. And just keep the team together.
Yep, and earlier Majesty just giving a lot of attention to the camera, and he is the sniper for the team. He's probably the most charismatic guy here on NTS Gaming, and rightfully so. He probably gets a lot of those highlights with his scope.
A Bionic here, a shot of him. And look how focused this guy looks, man.
Yep, we are looking at David himself again. We'll see how that age works out for David in the booth with his teammates at NTS Gaming.
Oh, giving a thumbs up right to the camera here is Neo.
Well, you know what? NTS looks a little bit more confident here going into the game for Penta Sports. But on the flip side, we could look at it and say Penta Sports probably preparing a little bit more while they're in the booth, whereas NTS Gaming is like, let's just do what we normally do, and then we'll be able to go through. Here we go, Majesty. Looking at the camera once again, saying, remember me, I'm the guy you want to look out for here.
Yeah.
And let's review the map once again for those who may not have caught it earlier. Port. I mean, by now, hopefully, many of you guys are very familiar if you've especially been catching both streams. But, it's a pretty straightforward map. There's basically 3 prongs of basically lanes or aisles, you could say.
Sure. It's the big picture to remember here is it's open and it's a large map. There's a lot of different ways you can shoot at someone or be shot at from. I mean, if you're up on high ground, doesn't necessarily mean you're safe because there's different angles of approach. So you have to be really careful when you decide to poke your head out of these hallways, out of these doors. Someone's probably watching you, so you really need to be very map aware. Your team needs to know exactly where the opponents are before you walk out into that open space.
Exactly, and then we're looking at B bomb side. Of course, it's a little bit more chaotic. We've seen, relatively more extended firefights near here, and just 3v3s or something like that. A little bit more of a skirmish area than bomb side A.
B tends to be the site where things get crazy. A's the site where you usually see two players end up positioning around that area, and then if the team sees an opening there, sees an opportunity, they will go for it. Otherwise, usually things end up revolving around B here.
Exactly, and we've seen teams gather some success just rushing into B right as a group, smoking it, and then going in, just putting down cover fire. We'll see how these teams choose to play it out. So far, we have had some one-sided matches today, but others, especially our opening one between Hidden and Executive, was relatively closer. How will PENTA and NTS do on port?
Yeah, we actually even had a tie in one of our other groups, so some of these matches do get really close at times.
We'll see if PENTA and NTS are up for the challenge. We're going right into match number 1 of Group D to decide the first seed between PENTA Sports and NTS Gaming. And here we are, the first round here for PENTA Sports versus NTS Gaming. We have PENTA on Blacklist attacking with the bomb.
Yep, and PENTA is running with a big ball formation. They're just going in blitzkrieg here. They've got all of their members together, and they're moving in all together. One member sitting on the edge,
FaZe is going to just be in that mid, and that actually makes sense. He's kind of the main shot caller. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to be watching here to see if anyone moves over for me, and a huge firefight goes out. Rage and gets taken out by Neo. NTS ahead right now, but a two-piece for Neo gets stopped by Flex.
Yep, Flex hanging in there, and let's see if he can actually continue that streak. He's the last man standing now, as David does get another kill here. It's all up to Flex. Moving on around A. Grabs the bomb, very important actually that he's able to secure that. That's one of the most important parts when he's the last guy left. And he's actually planted it. NTS is going to have to act on this.
Yeah, the communication seems to have been a little bit chaotic for NTS. They weren't quite sure who was left here for PENTA, and Flex gets that easy plant, but Felix and David know exactly where he is. Yep. Flex just needs to extend his time. He gets David. Can he get Felix? He's going to have to switch. Throws a grenade to extend some time.
20 seconds left. If that bomb gets defused, it's all over.
All right, well, Flex definitely has that time, but look at his health.
He's got like no health. He has 4 health, 4 HP left. But he's going up. Can't Felix see him? Felix didn't see him. Nice.
Wow, he gets the clutch. Look at
that high five.
That was excited.
That was very well done.
Wow.
Realizing his opponents didn't know where he was, grabbing the bomb and going straight for A, almost Hail Mary, but it worked out for him, got into a really good position. That was really well done.
The way he used the smoke and his grenade there to get a distraction. Now a huge rush all the way down the docks. Nice kills coming in from PENTA with FaZe at a headshot. Open it up with a 5v4 now. Neo responds.
Yep. Neo goes down here. And Bionic under fire as well.
Loons gets a 2-piece, and Thunder helping out, getting another headshot for his team. Now it's 4 versus 1, but Felix is right here.
Yep, Felix is right there. Bomb is planted. It's going to be pretty tough to get in there. Felix does pick off another kill here on Flex.
Yeah, and he switches to D. He's going to have to reload. There we go.
Defusing that bomb is going to be pretty challenging. He's only got 25 seconds left to do it. And there are 3 members watching every angle. He's spotted here, but he does get the kill before he goes down.
Yep, just gets a trade, and a little bit unfortunate, but again, one of those tough situations to clutch, especially if the bomb's already been planted.
I mean, this is kind of a bit of a snowball, I feel like. Early on they got those kills. I think they're riding off that momentum of that first win. And let's see what they do here at the start of round 3.
Do agree. They slowed down things a little bit. They say, okay, well, we've got that momentum. We've boosted our morale with that 2-0 lead. Now let's play a little bit more traditional. Neo, can he get a shot? But 3 people coming into the dock area. Neo has to dodge them, so they're going to be able to rush once again. and Neo does eventually go down to FaZe, jumping on top of him with the Deagle. 2 people down from NTS Gaming.
Yeah, really well played there. It's like he was flying from the sky. Bomb is planted here. It's 4-man to 3 right now in favor of Penta. See, FaZe is trying to get some shots off here on Felix.
Penta's playing really well. Right now, they don't need to get the most perfect shot, just enough cover fire when it's 4 versus 2. We're looking at Felix's screen for NTS. Can he get a shot? No, he's going to drop down under the fence. His teammate goes out. Felix does get 1 kill, but he gets taken out by Ragin.
This is starting to snowball out of control. 3 wins in a row, and very, one-sided, that last one.
Yeah, NTS Gaming doesn't really seem to have an answer for these rushes. And what I like about Penta is that they didn't go full, slow mode in that 3rd round. They just held back for a couple extra seconds, and then they still rushed in, so they caught NTS on an offbeat tempo right there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Now things really have slowed down on both sides. And we're looking at Loons here up on that roof leading to the docks.
Yeah. I'm loving how much Penta actually likes to use these high ground areas, climbing, and coming from above, really catching NTS off guard. Again, see, look at this. Thunder is even getting up high just so he can shoot down low.
Yep. Jumps on those railings. He's trying to get a set. He almost gets the kill on Bionic.
So close there. Not close enough.
Helping out. Meanwhile, FaZe is already at bomb site 8, but he doesn't have the bomb.
Yeah. And in fact, no one's holding that right now. Raging goes down.
Bomb is on that roof. No FaZe, can he get the kill on Majesty? He's stuck in a corner.
Yeah, he's a bit stuck right now.
Neo comes around the back.
Loons, the double kill, getting Neo with a headshot. Very well played there. And 3-2, bomb is planted just barely before Thunder gets taken out here. In fact, he's able to escape. And that was really clutch there, getting that bomb planted. And now they just need to buy some time. And by they, I mean Loons, because he's the last man standing here.
He gets 1. He puts out his Deagle. It's going to be Felix versus Loons. Can he get the kill? No.
Not quite
Felix
enough.
goes through. In 20 seconds, he should be able to defuse this bomb, finally giving NTS a point on the scoreboard.
Yep.
All right,
there we go. For a second there, I thought he was going to do like a BM defuse for a second. Wait till the last second.
I don't think NTS is in a position to really have that leisure.
I don't think so.
All right, Penta's like, all right, well, finally they stopped our little strategy here on A. What's next? Ooh, nice nade. Gets a little bit of a hit here to Penta Sports. FaZe is going to be slightly low in health.
Yep, and got whacked right in the face by that grenade. Again, Penta liking to go through the middle here, using those high ground positions.
Yeah, they use this railing right here in mid to get some good vision to see, all right, is someone constantly bouncing back and forth?
That little brick chunk right there. I love just bouncing off of it, doing that little jump to get any vision they can, because it's hard to actually hit someone when they're in the air for just a second like that. So you can actually, get a good amount of vision without putting yourself at risk when you do that.
Yeah, they use that ledge real well. Now they're trying to get some penetration hits down the middle while their teammates figure out a plan. And what is that plan? We still don't see too much action on either bomb site, which is unlike Penta so far.
Both teams being really careful this time, not taking any hard engagements.
FaZe is looking for the kill onto Majesty, but he needs to watch out because there's another NTS member right nearby. It's going to be Neo.
Neo is sneaking around, wants to get a kill on FaZe. Majesty does pick up a headshot here, takes FaZe out, and actually pulls back.
Yep, Neo does help put down some cover fire as both of them reload. Now we're looking at Loons. He jumps back to the middle. Penta actually starting to run a little bit low on time as Thunder tries to get another kill here. Not going to find his target, though. 55 seconds left for Penta to plant this bomb.
They're heading towards B site right now, and they are all together. So that definitely could work to their advantage, as 2 of the members of NTS are actually over there at A.
Yeah, and NTS, despite all this time, they've chosen to stay back in bomb site B. They want to try to just get the first site as people file out, but if they all rush together, this is going to be hard for NTS to defend.
Yeah, this is going to be so difficult.
Oh, Felix gets a double, though. Meanwhile, Flex picks him up, but Bionic responds. Now it is just Thunder left against 3 people.
It's going to be tough, and he doesn't have much time to plant that bomb, and he doesn't even have the bomb on him.
Well, Pistol, he gets the reload. But reload isn't able to finish before he gets spotted.
Yeah, he basically was running out of time. I think he just wanted to go for the kill there since the bomb wasn't anywhere near him. Wasn't going to be able to get that up in time, and was hoping to maybe, pull off a 3-piece there and actually end up closing that out. Didn't end up happening.
Yep, so Bionic getting some pats on the back from his teammates.
Yeah, and NTS pulls it back to a bit of a closer score here. So It looked like it might end up being one-sided, but has totally swung the other way now.
Yeah, NTS did a real good job putting a stop to the momentum from Penta Sports, but they're looking to go for a familiar strategy again, just holding back just long enough, and here they go, just rushing in, but Neo tries to cut them from the side. Majesty still barely alive, but Bionic goes down along with Neo.
Yeah.
Penta was well prepared for that one.
Indeed he was. Another kill goes down here.
Looking at Felix, they can go through.
And NTS now down to just Felix and David.
Flex,
he's in a good spot here.
Indeed. Felix is going through. Oh, Felix actually gets the jump on Flex.
That was actually pretty impressive considering that Flex was waiting for him.
Yeah. And Ragin does go down, but Loons just got the intel. He's just going to hide out here. 17 seconds, 15. Can he get the
can
kill?
he get it? He does,
Loons.
barely. Woo!
Yeah,
that was close.
Kill. It was close, but you know what? Loons chose to take that risk. He said, you know what? It's 15 seconds, so he's actually just going to rush up. I probably have the advantage in terms of pressure. This time, all going to be for Penta Sports.
One of the most important resources in Crossfire is that timer. You know, that's something you can really use against your opponent. As long as you can keep him scared, keep him moving awkwardly because he's rushing to defuse that bomb, that can really help out.
All right, as we go through, just trying to put some fire down onto the windows. You can penetrate through a lot of these surfaces, especially those wooden windows. So Penta just trying to hide the smoke grenade. Is there all 5 members rushing in? We see 2 kills for Penta. David tries to stop them, but not good enough. Penta's going to plant the bomb, 4 versus 3.
Yep, getting that bomb up right away here. And this is looking pretty tough for NTS because the bomb is up so early that they don't have a lot of time. They actually are trying to position themselves with the bombs. The time's already ticking.
Yep, 27 seconds, and they also lose Bionic in the process. Majesty does take out Ragin. Now it's 3 versus 2, but NTS down to the last member, Neo, and he goes down to a headshot from FaZe.
Penta looking really good here. You know, so far being just a little bit more consistent. And I like how they get vision using that little brick wall.
Yeah.
I don't know what the best way to describe that little wall is, but they love bouncing off of it to get a lot of information about where their opponents are.
Yeah, the ledge here in that middle aisle there, the alleyway, they use that very well to their advantage. A nice crossfire right there between NTS and Penta. They're trading. David gets a double, but Loon stops NTS's rampage.
Wow, this is actually just a bloodbath in this round. Bionic, can he actually pick
solo.
it off?
Bionic picks off the kill right there around the corner.
That was, you know, that's the kind of game that doesn't revolve as much around strategy as much as just precision aiming and quick decision-making, quick reflexes. And NTS definitely having the better end of that.
Yeah, and you know, when you're in that 1v1 type of situation, you are going to have to play some mind games, right? It's like, well, you know, am I going to keep ducking and covering, or am I just going to reload and come back out? Do I even have to reload? There's a lot of that. I mean, you see it in movies, right? It's like, well, does he have to reload yet? I'm counting the bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that kind of stuff has to happen in games too sometimes.
Oh, it absolutely does. And you know, instead of just waiting, he just ran right in there, and it didn't quite work out for him.
No,
as we saw there.
Not in the end. NTS is at least stalling the momentum here from Penta Sports, so we'll see if they can turn that into an advantage when they switch sides.
Exactly, as this is going to be the final round on this side. Oh, nice kills here.
All right, Thunder gets a nice kill on Majesty, but he gets taken out as he tries to switch weapons.
Yep, and you know, Thunder here, several kills. And the bomb will be planted. I don't think NTS can deny this. Felix does pick up a kill, but it's a trade.
Felix gets a double. Bionic was picked off on the roof there. Look at Felix's screen. Can he get Flex against 2 people? One is very low. Can he get the kill onto Flex? He needs to jump up there. 25 seconds left on the clock. Can he get the kill? They're playing that mind game right now.
He's trying so hard. Both players solo on health.
Oh,
and
and he gets the headshot.
That's a great shot there. Nice precision. Will get the bomb easily defused and bring his team almost to a tied score here at 5-4 as we switch. So our closest game yet, really.
Yes, indeed. For us here on Stream 8, this is the closest game yet. Now, I'm interested. Penta Sports knew exactly what they were doing with the whole aggression on the Blacklist side, but how will they play on Global Risk?
Yeah, they had a lot of really good moves where they just kind of ran in together, or went into a flashbang where their opponents were a bit caught off guard. Really curious to see how they're going to play defensively. I'm myself not that familiar with this team, and I'm not sure how this style really plays into a more defensive game because you can't quite play defensive game the same way that they were attacking with those flashbangs and the same way that we saw them run up and check vision. It's a little bit tougher to do that.
Yeah, especially because the only reason that a lot of these projectiles work well on offense is you just toss them onto that A bomb site, which is high ground, but that means it also has a slight wall around it with the crates, so you can keep it locked down in there and put them in a corner. But if you're coming out from the global risk side, it's a little bit more open where the projectiles are going to land.
Exactly. You know, that's a really good point.
Yeah, you know, it's basically the concept of they're here. The projectiles are offered to clear a room, not just to get like easy kills from range. So we do see NTS playing passive, but so is PENTA. You know, PENTA is a little bit more forward than usual, though, right? They are in the storage room rather than B bomb site.
Yeah.
And
a few shots going down here.
yep, Flex giveaway. Flex jumps down, gets one, gets two.
Yeah, gets 2 kills. He's very low himself, though. This does put PENTA up a man here, going forward.
They do still have 4 people.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It looks like they're poising more towards taking B site, but the problem is that that's where PENTA has set up the defense.
Absolutely, and Flex pretty low, but still a good shot here for PENTA Sports. We are looking at also just from the spawn of Global Risk now in that middle alleyway. Flex trying to see if he can help from above. He does eventually go down to Neo from NTS.
Still 50 seconds left here on the clock. NTS absolutely could make this work. Not going to be easy. See Rajin over here just waiting to see if he can find a single head popping over that wall.
Yeah, you got to be really quick and very attentive as you just keep ducking and covering behind those crates. It's just a matter of a millisecond on whether you can press that trigger once or not.
So got to be so fast.
And 30 seconds left. Can NTS plant the bomb? They're running towards this A bomb site. Thunder tosses a nice flashbang, and he gets the kill onto Neo using that advantage. Oh, but Loons and Thunder both go down to a headshot.
Felix and Majesty are just doing this a total duo. Now, of course, that might be the sacrifice they need, actually. Let's see.
Ragin, it's a duel. Ragin knows he just has to live for 5 more seconds. And Ragin's just going to hide it out. Smart play from PENTA Sports.
Done. Don't fight when you don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, some players will be, oh, well, he still should have got out. It was a duel anyway. But, hey, man, when it's like 5 seconds left and it's this close of a match, that kind of strategic, calculated play is going to make a big difference.
Yeah, you know, if you get the kill for sure, that's good too. But if you don't have to, you don't have to. All right, well, notably here again, NTS going without a sniper with this one. Obviously, on this map, it's better for a Global Risk to have a sniper than it is to be Blacklist with a sniper, but still.
Yeah, the advantage is pretty big. And also because, you know, even at bomb site A, even if you're looking towards the high ground, the head will actually always only pop up right above the crates. So you can basically try to get a penetration kill with your assault rifle. Is not the biggest deal to pick up a scope.
Right. And we always see usually that one player heading over there on that high ground at bomb site A. The player is doing that sniping. Oh, NTS already loses a player here in Bionic, so Bionic falling down early. Everyone else still at full health.
Yep, Majesty coming back to help his teammates. He's going to charge that B bomb site. He's trying to see if he can tag anyone through those windows. He finds Ragin while his teammate goes down, but he does get the headshot onto Ragin. Trying to test for one more. His teammate marches out.
Majesty picks that headshot off, and PENTA's still in a lead here. And positioning-wise, I feel like they're in a pretty solid spot. It's going to be hard for NTS because they're kind of stuck in the middle here, and they're in between a rock and a hard place. It's hard to move forward.
They really are, with 4 members on the PENTA side and only 2 for NTS.
They were just kind of pigeonholed there in the middle. They couldn't really move anywhere but backwards. And when you're actually on the blacklist, you have to move forward.
Very true. We are looking at the 2 remaining players, Neo and marching in. Neither of them not yet. Neo goes down, and then the continued trigger from Flex will pick up a double for PENTA.
Nicely done, nicely done. Still very back and forth this series with these two.
Yep.
It's getting really close here.
Yeah, well, it's 7-4. PENTA just needs 3 more rounds.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, these rounds have been a lot closer than the score indicates. This is still something that NTS could pull back. And a great snipe there by FaZe early on here, picking off David. And that's a bit annoying.
Yeah, that's good news for Penta. Let's see how they do. Loons has been a very mobile force when they were on Blacklist. Should be doing the same here for Global Risk. Meanwhile, Thunder gets another nice little snipe on the dockside.
Oh, wow. That was a quick little kill there on Thunder.
Yeah, Majesty with a nice kill. And then Felix to try to
with the
even
headshot.
things up.
Yeah. So it is 3 versus 3 man right now. Position-wise, I still like how Penta looks here, but they're a bit spread out. So maybe if they all move together, if NTS moves together, they might be able to pick 1 or 2 off. They're actually starting to spread themselves. Bomb's been dropped near B.
All right, well, Felix, how confident is he to try to cover and clear this B bomb site? FaZe is really low. He got some tags through that window. He's still trying to just pick off at him. I'm sure he saw the tag. He's trying to go through, but FaZe is nowhere near that. He's like, no, I'm just hiding behind 2 more boxes. That way I'm safe. This makes Felix have to doubt whether there was anyone left at B or not.
Yeah.
5 seconds left here.
This is pretty tense, actually. I mean, eventually, NTS is going to have to really start putting that bomb down. Felix is holding it, and, I mean, he's really close to B. There's no one over there.
Yeah, but I think we might be seeing FaZe start to go over, but FaZe and Loons both so low, and so now we're going to see the bomb move from A towards, or from B towards A.
Yeah, he's moving towards A, which is smart because his opponent's team saw that they weren't at A and is now heading towards B, and they kind of got the jump on him that way. They tricked him in that way, and now they've got this B site completely uncontested. He's going to drop the bomb now. Majesty over here with some covering fire.
Yeah.
He could throw that down.
On this A high ground now, Penta, it's just Loons.
Loons with like no health.
Yeah, so
almost none.
He's just got to get the kills and try to survive and then mind game them.
All right, bomb, 24 seconds left. And they get the kill.
All right, well, NTS trying to climb back into things. 5-7, definitely the closest back and forth match we've had all day for us, Wolf.
Yep. We were on stream A for awesome.
That is true. NTS, that was Majesty there. And it looks pretty just powered up. He's like, no, we got to make a comeback. We can do it. NTS trying to rush through at least to the storage here at B.
Yeah.
Nice
grenade bounce. Wow. That was a lot of damage done there.
Yeah, that's going to bring 2 people a little bit damage. Actually, FaZe only barely
that
hit by
did
the shrapnel.
Yeah, a lot less than I thought.
Yeah, the bounce angle was good, but the crates there, I think, saving their vacant there.
Another nade goes down here, but no real damage done.
Yep, and Ragin just trying to dodge that cover fire through the window, which is coming from Neo, who holds the bomb.
Yeah, still 2 members of Penta holding down that B site. And it's going to be tough to actually put the C4 down there like they want to. They're just poising for it. I think they're trying to get a pick off here first, and then they'll try to approach. Majesty right now is trying to see if he can get just 1 or 2 kills so they can push them over the edge, because they're right on top of the B site.
Yeah, it's
as you guys could see here, Majesty there in the middle.
Yeah, it's still 5 versus 5. 1 minute and 10 seconds left here on the clock, so 1:20 passed in the round. It's been very tense because NTS knows if you give this one back to Penta, they're only 2 games away. That's easy momentum to finish off the first match.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, time is running out.
Oh, Thunder gets headshot. Now this is a huge notice for Penta. They need to start climbing in, but nice and slow thanks to, because of the nades. NTS trying to take this advantage, and Neo will get picked on the way through.
Yep, and that's a double kill for Flex, picking off David as well. And FaZe picks off Majesty, and Felix goes down now as well. So it looks like Penta is actually, at the end of things, going to take this Bionic, the only one left, and does get knocked out there. Getting a headshot by Loons.
Yep.
So like you said, 2 wins away.
Loons has been doing quite well for Penta. Now just 2 more. NTS, they need to stall that momentum again. I feel last round they maybe went a little bit too slow while they were blacklist. So they have to, basically they have to create novel scenarios on their own. They can't wait for it to happen.
Yeah. C4 has been dropped towards B. It's not very close by though. And they're kind of taking the same approach with Majesty in the middle. Trying to see if he can find any kills before they start to make their attack. Very patient is NTS right now. I feel like, you know, they know how tense things are. Their opponent's just 2 wins away. They've got to be really careful. They don't want to throw away any more games here, any more rounds.
Yep, David trying to help cover here in that middle alleyway, but Felix takes a pretty big hit. Looking at David trying to help his teammate, Neo. Throwing a grenade over the doors, but not getting too much damage. Only FaZe slightly scathed.
Yeah.
And still a 5v5, 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Yeah. And you can see FaZe is just sneaking around here. Unfortunately, gets picked off right away there by Majesty. No trouble there.
Yep.
But, you know, again, time is ticking, and patience can be a good thing when you get these slow, careful picks, but eventually you run out of time and you get into an awkward spot. Felix goes down here.
Yep, Felix was already below half health, though. Meanwhile, the C4 has been delivered to the B bomb site. It's just a matter of planting it, but Rage and holding his own for a long enough time. He just needs to spend enough time for his teammates, or at least one, to cross over.
Down to 50 seconds now. Time is ticking. Raging gets a headshot on Bionic. And he's poised to maybe get another kill. He's trying to get some of these window shots. Very impressive aim there.
Yeah, you know, NTS either at this point, they need to move out. They either need to go down the middle or just rush A once again, which is going to be their choice.
They're stuck here again in the middle of the map. They can't actually get where they like to. Now finally trying to move around towards bomb site A, as you can see here. And Neo, can he get a kill here? Oh, he's playing with fire. Now he gets flashbanged and gets headshot as well.
Yep, and we're gonna see David not able to make it through. Penta now leading 9-5. I mean, we thought it was so close in the first half, but look at this. Penta now steaming ahead, 1 game away, match point.
Yep. Got to be so careful right now, NTS. No mistakes allowed here.
Yeah, they need to have the most precision they've ever had, the most focus they've ever had as a team trying to get a kill. Oh, nice headshot on FaZe right there through the corner.
Yep. I feel like NTS is now moving a little bit more aggressively, a little bit quicker here, as I know it's kind of been a problem. They get stuck in the middle and they're running out of time. So they're still being careful, but a little bit faster here. Uh-oh. Neo does get a kill, but 2 are taken out. At the same time, still 3-man versus 3-man here.
Yep.
And they're pretty close to B. They're just trying to get the right angle. Very careful approach. They want to swing around the backside, but they need to be careful because Flex is over there waiting to catch them off guard at A. Yep. He can come from behind at any time.
They're going to run into Ragin, and oh, the flank does not work out for Neo as Loons picks up Ragin, takes care of David.
Uh-oh, Bionic is the last man standing for all the seeding, and he fails.
Goes down to a headshot from Loons, which means Penta Sports will be going up as the first seed from Group D.
Yep. Penta moving on in first place, looking really, really strong, but NTS giving a good showing. They just weren't able to pull it through there at the end. Something started to go wrong, you know? They were really neck and neck for most of that game, but towards the end, something bad happened, you know? So some sort of coordination was lost. Maybe they just weren't as good when the map swapped. Maybe they struggled a little bit there.
Quite possibly so, and I think, you know, the early aggression, even though they kept trading rounds, just that kind of style of play can be a little bit unnerving if you're on the receiving end of it, because you're like, oh man, like not again, do you have to block it again, like everybody's run, make sure you find the shortest route. All that kind of stuff can have a mental effect, especially once you switch sides.
Yeah. So, still, I feel like good showing from both teams, and both teams will move on.
That's true.
But our seeding has been decided with Penta taking that first place spot.
And we do see proper sportsmanship being featured here by both teams, which is great to see. Now, I do believe we will have an interview, or quite possibly not. We'll have to wait and see. But that is it for Match. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to have an interview. There's still another game going on, I believe, on Stream B right after this. And then we will have the group drawing to see which seeds will face off against which group seed 2.
Yeah.
So we do have the 4 top teams in groups A through D, and they will draw anonymous opponents for tomorrow's quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's going to be totally random. So, of course, besides seeding, you know, you're going to be playing against an opponent that's either higher seeded than you if you lost, you got on second place, or if you're in first place, someone who's lower than you. So there's always that incentive to get first place, like we saw in Group D even just then. Yeah,
and possibly an opponent that you might have faced in group stages. We're not putting any limits there, so this is 100% pure random. If you're Group A and then you pick someone from Group A, well, that's what you're stuck with.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. So we are going to have an interview in just a moment. Really excited to see what Penta has to say. I'm not sure who we're going to hear from, but obviously the team played really, really well.
Yeah, and I think they showed a really good game compared to especially CFS Season 2. I wasn't too impressed by Europe's showing at Season 2, but now, although sure their opponents were NTS Gaming, not a team that's had a huge record of success, but even then, Penta, the way they played, right, it was quite charismatic, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a really good way to play it, or to call their play. And I'm really curious to kind of see how they prepared, how they practiced, and we're going to jump into that interview, it looks like right now.
Yep. We will be tossing it over to Junghyun over at the interview zone and hear what Penta have to say about their win.
So the match 1 of Group D, but already the winner's match of the group. It was a lucky match, I'd say. So Penta Sports versus NTS Gaming, and the winner is Penta Sports. So congratulations for the victory. So what do you feel right now?
Yeah, we are really happy that we were able to manage to win, but there was music in the background.
Okay.
I have to say this, and this was really annoying for both teams of us. I don't know if it's meant to be like that.
Well, I'm not sure, but I will
Okay.
ask it and I will give you the answer. Maybe we could improve it.
But yeah, we are really happy about the win.
Okay, congratulations again. And the second question is that your team Penta Sports, it hasn't been so long that your team has been created, but the result is amazing. What is the secret? Tell us about the secret.
There's no secret. We are good friends, and yeah, we just like each other, and that's why we play good. And
Of
we're a
course,
good team.
Of course, friendship is also a good teamwork. So, when you first heard that your team is going to be in the Group D, the lucky group, what did you feel? Express honestly, it must have been.
Yeah, we were. Of course, it's okay. It's okay that we are in Group D, but we would have loved to be in Group A, B, or C, because then we had more matches. Or now we have only one match, and yeah.
Okay, that's also true. As a player, it's also nice to be in Group B. The challenging team. Okay, so the last question is that, what do you think is the biggest strengths of your team?
The biggest what?
Strengths.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are able to read the enemies, and we can play passive, we can play aggressive, we can do everything. For that, we have Loons, the brain.
Okay, so the
Alright.
variable skills, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for joining us for the interview. And now we have the last winner's match of the group. So let's move back to the desk.
Bye.
Thank you, Junghyun, and of course Thunder, the scope guy for Penta Sports. But like you said, yeah, they really can do everything, of course.
Passive, aggressive. He said Loons was the brain. I also really liked what he had to say about being in Group D. That was my favorite part of the interview, just saying that, in the spirit of competition, he would have loved to actually play against more teams.
That's true.
And that was a bit disappointing to him, that he was in the group that, yeah, it's the easy win, it's the one where you get to the next round no matter what, and he did actually get that best seed, but he would like to play against some of the other teams from around the world, and I thought that was pretty cool that he actually said that.
Absolutely. So guys, for this stream, we will be back in about 1 hour and 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, for the group drawing here for the quarterfinals. But before that, I do believe we have one last game on Stream B. So hop on over there and then come back over here for the group drawing. Once that's finished, we'll be back after a short break.
Some say if you don't go, then you won't know